Well, I'm starting super late. It's almost 8 o'clock. And it is, I mean, there's like so much stuff going on. It's like the same stuff just keeps going, and more people waking up, more people talking about it, more people being outraged about this or that, more people showing different things that you can do to be healthier, more people completely frustrated, like, so sick of feeling sick. I am so fucking sick of feeling sick. I cannot believe. I don't know how people who don't take care of themselves are making it. I swear to God. Like you do all of this stuff, all this healthy stuff, and they're still like, motherfuck. Like, I'm already doing this borax for a week or whatever. No, I think it's like 10 days by now. And oh my God, like the couple days ago, all my joints started hurting so bad. Oh my gosh. In the sneeze, like I don't know what the fuck they spray on. I don't know what is coming down out the air. I swear to God. Stella is completely broken out with giant cysts all over her again. She is, her eyes just dripping and dripping. And, the sneezing and stuff like that, but like the joint pain and stuff, like I'm sure hers is, like I don't know what it is, like what is inside of us that is causing all these problems. And then you try and do all these detoxes and stuff, and then plus like just trying not to eat geoengineered food. And there's so many tags now that have it, so many people showing like all these foods that they love, and now it's bioengineered this, bioengineered that. All these vegetables and stuff I get, even at the store, it doesn't matter if you go to the store to get them or if I go to the food bank. Even though at the food bank, I'm pretty sure that before it goes to the distribution, I think they just spray everything with fucking poison. I swear to God. And it just, I swear to God, it creeps me out even cooking Stella the meat. Oh, it's so fucking hard. I'm just, oh my God, I cannot believe how burnt out I am. Like, so fucking burnt out. And then this morning to get up, and I'm telling you, every day when I go to bed, I don't sit there and go to bed, oh, well, tomorrow, probably another day, it's going to suck, it's going to be since. No, I go to bed every time thinking, okay, today could be the day, tonight could be the night, everything changes. I could get up in the morning and get a completely new day. And so when I get up, and it's the same day again, it is just like a fucking, I can't even tell you how it feels like as a spiritually aware person of what you have to fucking go through on this shit to keep going, man. This is so fucking hard. I swear to God, I'm not going to feel judgmental towards people who can't handle it, because it's fucking hard as fuck. And I know what's going on. But get up, 7 fucking views on the video from all yesterday. 7 views. And then my TikTok, and I did some videos yesterday. I did some. I don't even think they've gotten their 200 views yet. But the get up, 6 notifications. It's just like, oh my God. Oh my God damn. It's like, I swear to God, like putting all this energy, keep putting this energy towards something. It just feels like, even yesterday to the universe, I was like, why am I going to keep doing this work when nothing is coming back to me? Like, what is the point of me putting my energy out when nothing's coming back? Their whole thing is always, oh, well, it will, it's your problem with timing. It's you, this is what you're here to learn about yourself. Like your roadblocks, how hard this, like all the things. And so that's always, like what I get back. It's not like you can change it. It's not like you can change the future. It's not like it's going to play out the way it's going to play out. And, even if it is like, if I want to rush it because I want to know my own fucking truth. Yesterday, I even felt kind of like, I get what they say about, this is higher states of spirituality. This isn't people on this planet, how they talk. So, but in higher states, then what people think of as demons and angels, they work together because it's the yin and the yang. And so, and it's not devils with horns that are evil and angels with wings that are sweet. It's just energies. And so the energy of positivity and the energy of negativity have to work in this word again that comes all the time. I don't use this word normally, and I can symbiosis, symbiotic or something. I don't know. I didn't have to look it up. Symbiotic or something like that. And but it has to work together to create the full cycle, the full circle, the full the component, the charge. Like, it has to work together. And so yesterday I was, just frustrated over just how things just drag, and just feeling sick and dealing with Stella's sick issue, and just like, come on. I mean, if this is going to take us out, take us the fuck out. Let us get the fuck out of this game. Like, so fucking, like, if we're about to go, then we'll just walk out and walk into some other forest, walk somewhere else, and we won't be feeling all this pain in this body. But in that, just the frustration, fuck, I cannot believe how frustrating it is to keep putting energy into something that gives you nothing back. And it isn't like I've been doing this for a couple weeks. It is, a couple years now. It's going on. This is 2.5 years of doing this. And so, get up in the morning, 6 notifications, 7 for 24-hour period and stuff. Especially when I see other people who are out there talking about some of the stuff I talk about, and they've got millions. I was like, okay, what in the holy hell? So this morning it was definitely like, okay, what is the point? What's the fucking point? Why am I going on to talk about anything? What do I have to talk about? I mean, everything is happening around us. It's all going on. And one girl I just saw, she's the one who she's really good with the codes. Like, fuck, some of the stuff that she shows with the code. Oh, and I saw someone else, and they were saying this whole thing about Trump and the Scotland thing, how he keeps saying, oh, my grandma's, I think his grandmother was from Scotland. But he keeps talking about his grandparent from Scotland or whatever. And this person who's been following him, I don't know, like 20 years, read all his books and stuff like that, said that what he is doing is he's like bringing it up so that we start to see that we don't, like what I was talking about with citizenship, that we're going to be, our citizenship is going to be open to our heritage. So you are no longer going to be structured like, well, you were born in America and that's where you live, so you're American. No, we're going to be able to be freely like, well, my grandma's from Greece, so I'm going to go live in Greece, and I'm, a Greek heritage, or I've got the heritage of Greek people. So we're going to go back kind of to our heritage. That doesn't mean everybody has to move back to their home country or something, because I don't know how all of the whole distribution is going to go with the money and stuff. So I don't know about all that. But there is a whole thing, something about, because the passports, the birth certificate, all of it has been criminal and corrupt. And so all of those things have to stop. They have to be taken away. And there was no reason to control our movement and tell us where we had to stay, where we had to be, all of that stuff. So all of that is changing. There's footage, like all of the different footage that I see of these people out in the streets trying to get, like, oh my God, it just gets more intense. It's getting more and more intense, more and more physical, more and more with these people. Everybody's got a camera on there, everybody else. and it's getting more violent. And this was some camera guys down at El Paso. Like, there's a shit ton going on at the border, like a whole fucking bunch. And so, and today is supposed to be this big M-class flare is supposed to be hitting, and where people who talk about the Schumann and the sun flares and stuff say that there could be a loss of power today at 3:47 at some time. And oh, another thing about that 555 portal is the 5th month, the 5th day, and the 5th day of the week. That also, and then there's even more things. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff about this day and how the planetary alignment is. And so, you know, a lot of those astrologers and stuff are always saying, expect things, you know, and really direct your energy towards what you want. Don't be directing it towards you don't want. I swear to God, that's where I feel like I'm spending all my time trying to keep my energy and keep my focus on where I want it. That is what I'm talking about. Like this battle or something that you have to go through all fucking day. It's energetically just draining. It's just draining. I feel like I'm just in this, you know, like this mantra, repeat. Just keep saying the same shit over and over and over. It's just like, fuck, I'm so fucking exhausted by all of this shit. And, so it's hard to, you know, constantly stay optimistic and focused on the positive stuff. So I don't think, you know, that 100% of the time you can just be all the time feeling like it's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. Because there's this energy that just keeps knocking it out of your hands. And I don't know if it's the Mercury retrograde, like, fuck, just yesterday, it was like, anything that I try and do, I might as well figure something's going to go wrong. And then I just keep telling me, okay, that's just that Mercury retrograde thing. It's just that everything you try, so don't get frustrated. It's just that it's harder to make things work when everything is fucking backwards and upside down. And I just want it to fucking flip. But yesterday when I was sitting there, I was so frustrated. And that evil and the good, how it works together. So they're making all this fucking noise over at the fucking work site. They're over there just exploding things, pounding things. Even my neighbor came home yesterday, and her husband was over there working. He got sent to that job, which was lucky for him. It's like a 2-minute walk. He drove his truck, but it's like a 2-minute walk. So anyways, but maybe he didn't know what job he was going to. Maybe he had to go to the place or something. I don't know, but it's so fucking loud. It is, and so you go out there, you have this explosion. You have the people across the street who lose their minds and are out, you know, ready to kick everybody's ass. They're over there blaring their music. The guy next door, he decides he's going to go in and start doing the drums. He's the musician guy, and when he feels tense, he'll just go in and start pounding out drums. He used to go and play techno really loud, just that boom, 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 boom. Oh my God, it's so repetitive. And his house is so close to mine that it was shaking my house when he would do it. And this is right when I very first moved in. I just put a letter in his mailbox. And I was like, could you get headphones or something? That is really giving me a migraine. That is just shaking the walls of my house. It's like this boom, 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 boom. It's like, fuck, dude. I swear I just need to be out further from people. And I see these videos all the time of people with their animals on their little farm. I'll tell you, an animal is fucking cute. Besides a goat that's so fucking cute, is a mule. Oh my God, or a donkey. I don't know exactly the difference between the mule and the donkey, but oh my fucking God. So fucking cute. This is one in this video. The people who have them do cute videos of them. But this one, so it likes to play the ball like a dog. And I don't know, maybe they all do. And so it had a ball that was all crunched up, you know, and they'd smushed it. So they got him a new ball and threw it in. And this was running around playing with this ball. He was grabbing both balls, putting them in his mouth. He was standing on 2 legs, hopping around, walking, doing, oh my God. It was like, oh my God, that would be just so entertaining. You just go out and play with your animals all day. And well, there's so many with the rescuing. Oh my gosh, so many people with just crazy fucking stories. I saw there's one who had found a little kangaroo, I guess. And like these people find these animals that are like a day old. There's people finding possums and dead possums on the road, and then getting all the babies out and taking them home and raising them. Squirrels, pigeons, like everything you can imagine. And people are bonding and having relationships with these little animals and stuff. And it's so cool. Like, I love when I go out, like the little squirrel, like I have these little squirrels in my yard that'll come up because they know I'll give them nuts, especially this one. And he'll come right up. He'll come right up to the door and stuff. And it is so cute. It's like when you meet their eyes and you're having this communication and talking to him. Stella used to get like, she'd jump up when I was talking to him. Now she just lays there. But I'll always be like, oh, you want some nuts? You know, and I have walnuts and I have almonds. And what I have found, though, these little sneaky fuckers, is like I'll throw all these nuts out. And there's a competition. And there's the smaller squirrels and there's bigger ones. And then there's these little chipmunk ones. There's like a variety. This one that comes up to the door and says, he's big. He's like a regular big old gray squirrel. And but there's all different ones. There's black ones. There's little tiny ones. There's all sorts of different looking ones. And so, you know, they seem territorial. And they'll run around and chase each other. But you can't ever tell, especially because it's spring. Are they playing foreplay? Are they just out playing? Like, it's hard to tell. And the birds, too. Man, I've seen some bird, you know, chasing other birds and a lot of bird drama. But what I had seen was that what they do with the nuts is they run and they get the nuts. I kept thinking they were taking them back to their house, their nest. And I thought, man, their thing has got to be getting full of fucking nuts if they keep taking all these nuts in there. But what they do is they go around and dig holes around and they put nuts. They hide nuts around. And I don't know if they think they're hiding them from each other, because when it was snowing and there was all the snow on the ground and I was throwing food out for them and stuff, the squirrels would dig their head like a ostrich or something. They dig their head way down in there and they dig and look, and then they pull something up. And so I was like, well, if you're hiding those, and they'll sniff around, like they can smell good. So I was like, you're not really hiding the nuts, because anyone who comes in here sniffing around, especially if they know this yard has a lot of nuts, because there's no nut trees. So I don't know. I don't even know. I could be poisoning them because they're supposed to be eating something that's not nuts. I don't know, but they really like the nuts. I throw all sorts of food out there. But boy, they like those nuts. I can throw a bunch of stuff out and he'll go around looking at them all. Nope. And then he'll look up at me and I'll be like, oh, you want some nuts, huh? And he'll be like, jump around, come up closer, get on the furniture, on the patio, come up and look at me. It's so fucking cool. And I just think it's really cool how, you know, a lot of people, they don't have time for that. They don't care. They don't bother with the animals and stuff like that. I mean, because at the same time, we have all these people who are communicating and bonding and creating relationships with some domesticated abused animals, but a lot of wild animals. And that then, you know, on the other side, you have the group of people who just soon go out and shoot them, throw rocks at them, you know, don't care, tie their dog up outside, you know, come in, you have nothing nice to say to their wife. Like, some of these people who are out there talking about the abuse they take in their relationships, it's like, dude, you have to see your own value. You have to see it's not this person so much as just an abuser. It's like, you don't stand up for yourself, so this person is just allowed to treat you how they want to, because you don't see your own value. And, you know, one thing, once you see your own value and you're going out with someone like that, even though a lot of those people will hide themselves, they'll mask under charm until they get you where they want you. And then all of a sudden you see this really nasty side of this person come out who is, rude, call you names, put you down, just nonstop, And I feel bad when I hear these girls say it because I've been through it. Like, I know, like when somebody's just telling you all the time how worthless you are, you're not good enough, you're just, you're just a burden of problems. And so, man, especially when something happens, like this one story, was kind of nutty because the woman is in her kitchen and she's making breakfast. Her child's not even up yet. And she hears the door. And so she was like, that's weird. And when she turns around, there's a strange man in her kitchen. And but she's cooking, so she takes the food. I think she had some she's trying to use the pan and stuff like that to fight him, and she gets hot grease dumped on her. Then her child yells out something. The guy looks, and she picks up a pan of boiling grease and tries to hit him, but all the grease goes back on her. She's screaming, running down the hall, goes in the bedroom, calling 911, closes the door, calls the police and stuff like that. And then the police come in to get her, and the ambulance and stuff, and they wanted to take her to the hospital right then. And she's like, no, I got to wait for my husband because my daughter, he's got to watch her and whatever. He'll be here in a minute. He's already on his way. He comes in and is just all attitude towards her. She is the most incompetent idiot. Like, you didn't even have the door locked. Like, I can't even trust that you can protect my daughter. Like a total fucking dick. No support for her. No, not even an inkling of what she just went through and stuff like that. So, but, and she's crying and crying. But that's where you got to see, like, that someone who treats you like that, that's not your person. That's the person who came into your life to teach you that you don't treat yourself well enough, because you shouldn't be talked to like that. And if somebody is going to talk to you like that, that's up to you to say, hey, no, you're not going to talk to me that way. And it gets so much more complicated when you've got kids and you're in marriages. Like, I know, like, you end up staying even past the time you want to stay. You feel forced to try and make it work out. You feel like you are kind of incompetent anyways, because relationships are so hard and it's such a struggle. And why does this seem so easy for them? They're having relationships. Why is it so hard for me? And so, you go through all those things and feeling guilty, doubting yourself, feeling like you're ruining your kid's life if you divorce their dad. Like, it's a lot of stuff to go through. That's why I'm very much about, it's got to start before you get to that point. You got to start with the healing before you choose your partner. You can't go in and just take whatever partners come into your orbit to teach you your value, how you value yourself. Like, what will you put up with from somebody else and why? And those are all the questions that you got to go through. But most people don't know that that's what part of the game is, that's part of the quest is, it's not just like you just happen to run into this person and just happen to marry. There's no accidents. Everything is so completely controlled and defined, and everything is like fated, destined, moment by moment play. Oh yeah, I still hadn't said that. So yesterday when I was listening to all that fucking noise and stuff, and I was like, man, just fucking come on. Goddamn, just blow up this fucking shit. Something fucking happened. And I was like, yeah, but what if this was this other person? What if this was their last couple days on earth? What if it was the only couple days that they had left, and that they're going to leave, but they have these days to experience? So, and to me, I was just to the point of like, I don't fucking care anymore. I don't fucking care. And then I got that totally like, that evil, it's not evil, it's just that dark energy where you can see it is like more damage happens to more people over those few days to stretch it out for this person to get to meet up with grandpa one last time. So all this other destruction that happens in this time for this person to get to have that experience. And it was just like, I could totally see why bad things have to happen to bring in good. It just was so clear. It is like, yeah, there has to be, like, you can't worry about all of these bad things. Like, there's going to be so many bad things that we're about to experience. So many. And you just have to remember that it's the bad things that are what flips it. It's the bad things is how it can come back around so that you can experience the good things. So we have to go through the bad things because the bad things bring in the good things. But I could just totally see that yesterday where I was like, yeah, I'm all on board for the bad. And if you were to say that to like a really religious person, see, they would think I was feeding demons and Satan and stuff like that. That's why I'm like, you know, you have to understand on a more higher spiritual level than what most of the people here understand. Because most of them even, I mean, there's so many who even are switching to go towards Jesus because they don't know how to understand spirituality unless it's formatted in that kind of realm or something. Like, all the magic is because of Jesus. It is like, you know, so I saw this woman yesterday too. And so she is an Indian, and I've seen her a few times. I can't remember where she was. If it was Denver, I don't think it was Detroit. It could have been Detroit, but it seems like it was a D word. And she had built up this store, and since 2020, and she had this store, and, you know, she was trying to live her dream and all that stuff. And then she had to go out of town, and somebody came to where her house is, and her kids were there with some other people, and her kids were adults though. And somebody went and did a drive-by and shot 37 rounds and killed some people. Her kids didn't die, but she was like, no, we can't stay here in this chaos anymore. We're going back to the reservation. So she's packing up, leaving everything. She said, I'm leaving and going back to the reservation. This is, it's way too dangerous. But her whole thing was trying to speak to others to start making your plans, start getting prepared. As the cities are going to get so much worse. Like when I saw the footage of El Paso, like, fuck, it is, some of these cities, when you see the footage of what's going on there, but on the El Paso one, so it looks, I don't know, kind of like Tijuana, but I swear to God, you go to Tijuana, you're still not going to just see a million people just sitting around on the road with nothing to do. Yeah, you know, so there's just people all over the place, but so this footage was, there was a Mexican guy. He's Mexican American though, because he has his birth certificate or whatever. You know, you gotta have your IDs and stuff, I'm sure, down there, especially if you're Mexican. Well, do you really? Like, I don't think they're trying to move anybody out of there. So he was really furious, and he was having a fucking meltdown because he just got his third ticket. He said, I come down here, I'm trying to give these people water, I'm trying to give people food, these are my people, because he sees himself as a Mexican, although he is considered an American. And he, you know, they're his people, you know, so it's his tribe. And he's down there trying to be humane towards his people and giving them water. And the police are coming in and giving him tickets and not allowing him to feed or give water to any of these people. And so he was mad. And so he was talking to the camera. I think he thought maybe it was a news camera. And he was talking and they went up close to his face or something. I don't know. He hit back like that because they were being kind of dicks to him. And he hit back like that. And they said, don't touch our camera. And then it turned ugly. And you could totally tell that these were white guys down here filming the horrible stuff going down at the border. And so then they start yelling. So then there's a bunch of Mexican guys, and I don't know, they're trying to show something else. I don't know, but then they have all these guys against them, and all of them are making fun of him. Like the one guy, the camera guy, is a pretty hefty dude. And so they start calling him Gordo, Mr. Gordo, Big Whopper. No, they were calling him something about McDonald's food. And, making fun of him. And then, so the two guys start walking off and saying, see, this is what it's like. Like, this is just out of control and all of this stuff. It's like, you're going down and trying to start shit. And, like, so much with these people. All these people going around trying to start shit. They got their cameras. They're trying to go viral. They're trying to show this, trying to show that. And it's like, you're just starting trouble for yourself. You're just creating problems, like to just go down and to go into the fire or something. It's like all these places are going, what was that I just saw too? Because it was somebody talking about an outrageous crime that happened that they're not even talking about. There's so many though. I mean, the news isn't going to talk about shit. They're only going to talk about the things that they are trying to direct our fear. They're not going to tell about the things that, but this is 3 little girls, like 8, 9, and 10 years old. And they were found in a pond or something. I don't think it was a really big thing of water, dead. And it was a few months back. It seems like it was like January or the end of last year or something. But they were, maybe it was the summer of last year. But anyways, it's been a few months and they're not making any headway on this crime. They finally did some sort of autopsy and found out they were all strangled. They're not telling other things. And there's one after another. Like, oh my God, this woman, she was telling a story that she was at the gas station. They were on a little trip. And her 10-year-old and her 4-year-old were in the bathroom. And she was in there, but they were still in. So she went out to get some food and snacks. And then when her 10-year-old walked up next to her, she said, where's your sister? And she said, I thought she was with you. And so the woman goes running back into the bathroom to look for her little girl. And she's hollering and she hears a muffled sound. And she looks down and she sees 2 sets of feet in this one stall. And so she karate chops that's one thing I do too when I'm around, like I'm doing my yoga stuff. I start doing my like karate chops. I don't even know if they're real, but that's what they tell me in my head. But it's something about when you push out, you pull back. And it's something with the energy. Just like I found like these different things with your hands. Like you go and start doing certain exercises and stuff and you move your hands and push the pressure. So to me, I don't know. I mean, I've never taken karate or jiu-jitsu or judo or any of that stuff. But I watched it. I watched, what was that? Carradine one. I loved that show. I don't think it was called Karate Kid. That was the movie. Something, it would always be Garasaba. What's that? I can't remember, but I love that show. But my brothers, watch that show and get up and do karate and stuff on each other all the time. So I don't know, but I swear to God, I think it's something with the energy that you give this one more power when you go out with this one and pull this one in. So anyways, I've just been practicing stuff like that in case I have to go to hand-to-hand combat. Be ready. Go out there like some old granny and go pulling up in here in the thing. Go out there, some granny out there doing my y'all. That'd be so funny. I would. It's a fucking cartoon. This is a fucking cartoon. This is not even a full feature. I swear to God, it's just a ridiculousness. It's a fucking ridiculousness on steroids. the shit with the fucking government. Oh, I can't even believe it. And I can't even believe it. It gets to this point where people are just like, now they're outraged. It's like, dude, I was fucking outraged a couple of years ago. You're late to the story. It's like, I can't even get all like, with them. It's just like, oh my Jesus Christ. And this is going to keep going because we still got so many people who haven't even started waking up. Like, oh my God. And pretty soon we'll have them in there telling us all about it. It's like, oh, thank you so much. I didn't even see that. That's so stupid. Anyways, though, what was I saying about the being prepared? I am getting prepared for a hand-to-hand battle if I have to. I practice my kicks and stuff, all of it. Do some jump kicking. But, you know, even if you go out there and I'll be looking crazy coming up, I go like up against some Chinese people, get some Chinese soldiers, and I'm out there trying to do some ninja shit. They just come up there, just knock my head right off. But I think it would be funny to be out there doing all of that. And then they just go, like, thank you, God. Now I can go someplace, go have some fun. This is treacherous. And it wouldn't even seem like it should be so treacherous. It is just this day, drug out day to day, every fucking day. Oh, this was crazy too. Who knows? Like, I swear to God, people could put this shit together, but there's some old picture going around with Katy Perry and Mark Zuckerberg when they were like teenagers. It's so fucking ridiculous. Like, all these people, like all these pictures now, I saw a whole video, there's whole videos now on Ellen Page. I don't know if she really was a boy to begin with, then became a girl, now she's going, I don't fucking know. Like, there's people saying she's definitely got a bulge in her swimsuit. I know Chrissy Teigen does. I've seen her in this, some swimming suit. It's pictures, like if you look on the internet, pictures of her, she's in a white swimming suit. And she looks like she's out at a beach or something, and John's standing next to her. I know that all the pictures I've seen of her where you see a bulge, she's out a white swimming suit on. And so I don't know if she's worn pattern ones and you couldn't see, but this one with the white you can see, it's definitely a bulge. Like, I mean, that would be weird. Like, how could you have that much pubic hair? Like, no way. It's got to be something in there. And maybe she just likes to wear a strap on. I don't fucking know. There's too many weird things. There's so many weird things with these people who do all these body markers and stuff. And so they've done that with Ellen Page, Chrissy Teigen, like tons and tons of them. And the other ones have all these tons and tons of videos, which I think are on Twitter too, are these look-alike people. Oh my God, damn. And some of them are girls and guys, but that is what I said. Like, there is certain DNA or something in it that works. And somehow they get, I don't know if there's like certain people that are in close enough in their orbit that somehow, I don't fucking know. Who knows? I mean, maybe they're just making these babies down in the basement of the hospital. Then people go in and have kids, and instead they just slip them another one. I don't know, you know, how this is happening. But there's no fucking way. That's what we need to do. I would be the thing that would be interesting. Start taking these fucking people that look alike and start doing DNA tests on them. Start proving that they aren't somehow connected. Because it's too fucking weird. Like, these people look like duplicates. Like, they don't look, it's weird. And, you know, I know, like, we all look like different people, but this is extreme. And for them to be all people who are moved into positions of celebrity or idolization, and somehow, like, I know that not every single person that is gone to Hollywood is all fucking clones and shit like that. You know, some people go and are talented, and, you know, they want to use their talent up, you know, they want to steal their talent from them. use them, puppet them. But that doesn't, you know, everybody has to choose when they're going to walk away from, you know, somebody else's control, and everybody's control is different. There's the what is that show? Little House on the Prairie. Now, the girl who played, what was her name? Nellie, the naughty girl, or the kind of the little bitch. She has been coming out and speaking, and I don't know if these are old interviews that are just recirculating, but she's coming out and speaking about the child pedophilia in Hollywood and what you have to go through. And she said it's not just kids. She said, and who was that too? Because that was a full ass, oh yeah, that was a man. Some actor, I don't know who, there's lots of actors, I don't know who they are, tons, especially newer ones. I don't fucking know who the hell they are. But this guy, he was talking about, like, if you want to go and do those movies where you're a superhero and stuff, that you have to do some kind of nasty sexual favors and stuff to get certain positions. But see, it's not every single one. It's like they know, like say you have different personalities. So say you give one personality like, oh, we're going to give you this movie, this movie, this movie. And then you know, like, you can pull that away from them. And that's when they become desperate. Or is it, oh, well, we'll give you this if you do this. Like, they know how to play people. Like, if some of them are just forceful, you know, just, you know, I mean, it's creepy. How many of these people go to hotel rooms to meet these directors and shit, and how many of these directors just fucking balls to the wall, come to the door naked and shit and in robes? It's like right there. Don't even fucking go in the room. Why would you walk into a hotel room with some nasty ass guy, especially if he looks like Weinstein, comes to the fucking door in his goddamn bathrobe with his balls hanging out, and you're gonna go in and see what he wants to talk about? I'd be like, hey, once you get done getting cleaned up, I'll meet you down in the lobby. You go, oh no, well, come on in, and we're gonna have this meeting here. I'd be like, no, I'm good. Like, I'd be like all those other actresses that say, you know, they got invited to the room and then they were like, no, I'm not going in there. And then their career fizzles out, and they're, you know, that would be me, because I'm not going to go in. I'm not going to fucking have ghosts to get gross. Like, no. And I can see why some of those people feel bad about themselves, like why they're so stuck in having to get other people to like them, because they don't like themselves, because of they know what they'll do to get what they want. And, you know, I mean, how can you have respect for yourself? And how can, if you don't have respect for yourself, how can you expect anybody else to respect you if you don't even respect yourself? But that's the mask, you know, that's the hiding behind, what was it? And they can put people in movies to make people think, like Tom Hanks, put him in all these movies to make it seem like he's just such a good guy. God, he's so good. Same with Meryl Streep. Like, it's not because those people are the winners, they're so good. It's because they're put into those things because they'll do whatever it takes to get there. And one reason that some of them will do whatever it takes is because they're from the bloodline and they don't have any choice. And so, you know, that's a part of what their destiny is. And what was that? Oh, yeah, I just saw this woman was talking about, I don't know, it's some drama with rich people or something going on. I guess they're betrothed from birth. Like, it's set up already who they're going to marry. Like, their stuff is set up. They don't get choices in life. And so this woman is fighting. I guess she liked the guy. She thought he was super cool and stuff when she met him, and she really liked him. And I don't know what happened. Some sort of thing happened of falling out. And she didn't want to marry him anymore. And then there's a whole thing going on about it. And I think her mom died or something. Like, she's trying to get out of this contract. And then the guy, he is mad because he wants her to, like, I don't know. And who knows what the hell the guy did to, I mean, she really liked him and stuff. And then something happened on one night where she was like, hell no, I gotta get the hell away from this guy. So, and, you know, and that's just also in those families, they're going to raise them certain ways. You know, some are going to be all in and raise them to be a certain way. And then others are going to, you know, in the sense of, well, you know, you are an aristocrat, so you will, you know, look down on everybody, however it is. And then, you know, and depending on what that person inside themselves, because either you're fighting yourself or you're lost, you know. So that, and all of those different souls, you know, have to go in and experience that. What was that one I had just seen too? There was, I just keep seeing lots of weird stuff. I can't think of it. It just like popped into my head for a second. And then, but you can definitely see like these kind of two energies going, where there's people where it seems like everything is starting to get better. Like the ones that are showing all this stuff with the cute little farms, the animals, the networking. Like there's a whole website now that is being set up so you can find all good products that are natural and not toxic and stuff. I can't, you know, this one guy's video was really cool because all the stuff that he had done to build up his, and then once he started doing that, the networking and bringing people together. And that's what every little town should be, is like a barter fair on the weekends. It should be everybody meeting in the center of town and trading and bartering and getting what they need. And that is a big part of socializing too. And when you see these other places, like when that girl was showing like Uganda, I think it was, as where she came from. And it was the same thing as that girl doing that live walk through Greece, through their and I've seen so many, like walking through Thailand, walking through Mexico, all these different marketplaces where all the people come, bring their stuff, people come out, gather, they're all out there socializing, talking. That is, you know, normal. That's like normal, basic human behavior. This other way that we choose to live, to be cut off, go drive in our car, go up there, go in a store, completely cut off from how our food is even created, and completely cut off from all of our own energy being put into it. And we're buying this other energy that is coming from a source that is against us, that's poisoning us. And then we're taking that as a consumption towards our health. I just saw this guy, he was talking about this is the old ways, and I'm going to try it because I have a few things planted. But you get beans and then you suck on them for 7 seconds. So each bean that you're going to plant, suck on it for 7 seconds, at least 7 seconds. And in that time, it absorbs your DNA, and then you go plant it. Then the bean is going to structure itself exactly to what you need. I was like, that is fucking fascinating. And that is what people constantly keep talking about with the plants. And like whatever energy I'm putting out, you know, in Stella, that the plants in our yard will start growing to, it's like your environment is reading you and trying to give you what you need all the time. And, you know, if I understood more about plants and stuff, maybe I could find the right one. I keep trusting her. And she goes out and she's very particular over the plant she's looking for, which is scary because I just saw somebody else doing footage with it looked like a Doberman. And they were out walking with their dog and let their dog drink some water. street water or whatever, and I guess apparently that it had toxins that somebody had sprayed in their yard, and then it went out into the street and stuff. I hope that people around here are not spraying. I mean, we're out in fucking nature, but I mean, you still see people are just like gonna go and cut down the trees. And what was it? This was a video I saw a few weeks back. And this girl was one of those people, you know, out communicating with the trees. And she was at a park or something. She was someplace. It seems like maybe it was a field or something close to her house. And these two beautiful trees. She really wanted to go talk to them and stuff. And she said that she was being so shunned by these trees. They were being really mean to her. And she's like, what the hell? And then they told her how mad they are at man because all their whole family, all their whole group was come in and slaughtered so people could put in their houses, and slaughtered all of their tribe in order to do that. Because see, they're going against what is naturally already there. I wish this is just something that's like, you have to see it. It isn't something like I can explain. It's like you either see it or you don't see it. You either see your connection and how all things work, or you don't see it and you're in the process of learning it, apparently. But, you know, so, you know, that really gets me, you know, looking at the trees differently when I'm out. Well, I knew that they get mad about, because when I was cleaning up my own yard, and, like my ex, he had come that first time, he had a chainsaw, and he took down a bunch of, because mine was totally overgrown, and he took down a bunch of smaller trees, and those are the ones I tied up, and I made a little fence going around, so I kept them with their trees. And then even yesterday I cut off limbs and I put them back down by the trees. And but when I was out there cutting them by hand, my own self, and it was still so overgrown. There was still so much. They were hitting me. Oh my God, it was so dramatic. I was getting clawed and scratched. I was like, come on, guys. I'm trying to do something good here. Now they're a lot more gentle and sweet to me, but I totally get what she was saying. And that is why, like, I look at it so differently now. Like when my neighbor's like, yeah, we're just going to cut down all these trees, and we're going to, yeah, especially if you're trying to cut down all those trees to get sun back there when you put your garden at the very back of your house at the shade. What? Now you're going to cut down all the trees to get to it? Like, that is the disrespect towards the life that is already living presently, that has been living there for a couple hundred years. And you're just disrespecting it instead of living in harmony with it. And that's the difference. That's what we have with the difference in people. Of you either you see, you recognize, and you want to be in harmony, or you just want to go in, destroy, and make things the way you want to make them. And so, you know, that's kind of like the difference in the witchcraft, you know, the witches that were going to control the energy, and then the witches who began to understand that there's an alchemy, there's an energy, there's a positive and a negative, and it isn't about control. It is about understanding how energy works and seeing, you know, and it does take peace, I swear to God, because, you know, when I was just being so much like, come on, blow up this motherfucker. Yeah, well, what if they get one more day? And the whole thing, like, I'm shortening a lot, like the conversations are a lot longer, but it really showed me what, you know, how the negative works to create the positive, and why, you know, like all this bad stuff happening right now is all good, even though it seems really bad. Like most people that are going through a lot of horrible stuff right now would not in any way say, oh, anything good is happening for them. They would be like, you know, my whole world is turned upside down. And the only thing I could say, and I've seen other people say it, so I think that it is an important thing to keep in mind, is you got to just let go. You gotta let go of anything you're losing. Don't try and hold on to it. Remember, anything that is taken from you is because it's going to be replaced with something better. It's because you're in the wrong room. You're in the wrong direction. So all of that has to fall apart. It has to go away. So then the right direction can come in. So you can be put on the right direction. So whatever it is that is going in, you know, there is going to be a lot of movement. That's for sure. There's so many people that are trying to leave the country. It's going to all open up though. So that's the thing. It's like right now, all the changes, unless something totally opens up for you, it's when something opens up, that's the direction. It's not you forcing it. It's not you going and trying to make things happen. It's letting things just happen. And when something just happens and a door opens, then you're supposed to go through that door, trust that that's the right door. But when you're trying to force it, like you're running up and down, trying to force doors open, then you're going in the wrong direction. That is out of fear, control, you know, you're trying to control too much. It is when the door just opens by itself and then you're like, oh, hell yeah, let's see what's in there and go in. And that is when you're going into the next thing. And so there's so many people like right now who are trying to move out of the country and want to go here, want to go there, want to, you know, start over. So many people want to get farms and little animals and stuff like that. Like, you know, so many people. Like I'm just one of them, tons that want that. And so when the, let me think what I was saying. So that, I think that is going to be a popular lifestyle for sure. Just like it used to be, you know, 200 years ago. What was that I was about to say? Well, anyways, it is, you know, the stuff is going to just keep going crazier and crazier and crazier. It's almost embarrassing how crazy stuff is. And, like, you know, like this whole thing with the Putin thing and, oh my God, it's so, like you really don't know if they are just trying to say that there was, an attempt on someone's life just to create the drama to get us to all look in a certain direction. They keep, you know, right now you have the two trying to look over there. No, look over there, look over there, look over there. And this is where I said, you know, you're not going to know for sure who's on what side until things start opening up and start playing out. We start really being shown, because now they got that Matt Getz, I think his name is, and AOC working together on something. And I thought those two were clearly, but that's going to be the trickery where you're going to be like, I thought they hated each other. And, you know, I was really, really kind of, some of the stuff I had seen AOC say lately, I was like, okay, so did she, you know, maybe she went into politics in a certain way, but then she hadn't been in it so long, so they caught her up and got her to be a double agent or something. Like, I don't know. She could be on the other side, and this is her takedown. Like, this is the thing, is like, it's hard to see. I know that I've seen her talk a couple times where I was like, huh, that's interesting. It's interesting she'd say it that way or this way. I don't remember if I already said about that one lady who does all the codes and stuff, saying, you know, her biggest thing that she was saying to people is, you got to quit worrying about time. Like, this is way bigger. She said this isn't just about the awakening. This is a spiritual war, and this is about the spiritual, what was it she said? Because this is like one of those people where I said they'll be saying all this stuff that, yeah, and then all of a sudden it'd be like, because that's Satan. Because Satan is doing that. That's the devil. The devil is, you know, you want to sit there and talk to the devil? It's like, that's where I'm starting to go, like, oh my God. Like, it can be seeming like you are one thing, and then all of a sudden you're just like, the devil and Satan and all of that stuff. But yeah, she's one of those people who's about Jesus and stuff anyways. But she was saying, stop getting hung up on time. Like, this is all playing out. It's all going. And she keeps doing all sorts of different code things too. Because I just saw another one that she had done. But she keeps saying there's a lot happening, a lot going on. And the people who follow all those codes and stuff like that, like, I feel like that we are at this really pivotal time. So I really hope this 5555 bullshit thing is finally going to be the day that we can look back and go, yeah, that 55555 day, that was the greatest day of our life. Like, please. Well, it won't be the greatest day for everybody's life. Some people will be horrible, but it's just because they're so stuck that they don't see. So things have to be so horrible to snap them out of it. Is it the whole thing is like, they're just sitting there in your face constantly. Come on. Oh, yeah, I've been talking an hour and still is back. So anyways, yeah, that's my mood. That's my day. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.